Hi everyone, it's me, Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and welcome to my fiber studio, to the channel, to my home, to my farm, where we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Today is podcast episode number... All right, so let's get started on what happens here. Is this your first time here? Well, welcome. Have you been here several times and you already know what's coming? Well, then just hit that 2 speed, where you just like make me talk really, really fast. And I'm like, la, 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 la. Yeah, y'all know. All right. Anyway, let's get into it. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Those are my educational style tutorial videos. Yes, where I put out either patterns of my own, or I do stitch tutorials, or I do demonstrations of multiple things. We'll discuss all of that in just a moment. And that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's where you're going to find me doing video every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Generally speaking, they are all pre-recorded. They are pre-recorded 2-3 weeks in advance. Right now I'm currently behind, and I'm just striving to get next week's videos done. I have been working on patterns, and my brain had brain fog because I had a head something or other, sinus infection, something. But anyway, it's gone. The fog is cleared. The air is nice. And now I can compute from brain to mouth and out. Hopefully to where you can understand it. Because I didn't understand me at that present moment in time. But, so yeah, I've got a new knitted cowl pattern coming out. And more than likely, it'll be scheduled for next week. There is one mess up in it early that I didn't realize until after I already uploaded it to YouTube. It's not that big a deal. I'm going to notate it if it is actually there and what I'm thinking. I will notate it in the description box. It's not 52 rounds, it's only 42 rounds. That's it. So yeah, it was just misspoke on the amount of rounds. So hey, you get off scot-free, 10 less rounds, right? All right. So no, I just don't want anybody going, where's the rest of the rounds? So anyway, I do have that is complete. I am working on a crocheted tutorial as well. Just trying to get caught up and finish off these things that I started before I got sick. I finished some bigger projects that I had going on. Well, I finished one. One bigger project that I had to get finished. You all saw, if you didn't, you kind of seen in, those of you that did, in the previous Saturday episode, I was like, yeah, I'm testing a pattern. This is the color. I'm not showing any more than that due to the respect that I have for the designer. The designer, I can tell you. And I can tell you that it is a new pattern. And it's awesome. But the designer is Craig over at Fiber Spider. He had contacted myself and a couple other people to test a pattern. So we've tested the pattern. Everything looks great. As far as I know, I think I was the last one to finish because I had to set it down. When I was sick, I could not. I was reading the pattern. It's not hard. It was easy for me. But I'm reading the pattern and my brain was like, what's that? For almost a whole, pretty much a week. So once I finally got straightened out, I grabbed my hook and within, I think 24 hours, I had it done. But it was it was one of them things where I'm like, oh my gosh, Craig, I'm so sorry. I started it and I could not finish it. My brain said, forget it. But anyway, so that was the test pattern and it was that color. Did you see that? So that is it. it's done. That is my finished object. It's all done. I'm so tickled to death. I'm glad. So, all right, Craig, great job. And I can't wait for the surprise of what it is and all the information to come out. Thank you for asking me to, I appreciate it, Fiber Spider. Thank you for asking me to test your pattern. That meant a lot to me. Thank you. Had a fun time doing it. Once the brain cleared and I could actually focus, I had a great time doing it. All right. So now we'll move on into something else. I have worked up a couple of swatches. These are on the back burner. I do have them uploaded. The information is all there. They're ready to go. But they're sitting because I'm needing some stuff. I need more videos. I am so far behind. I'm going crazy. So I'm trying to get some. We have yarn stash. I need video stash. I need some video tutorial stash. Again, I'm out. So anyway, and you can only imagine if you lost all your yarn stash, how you'd feel. Well, that's how I feel when I don't have my pre-recorded videos done and I am behind. I am so stressed out and I feel like I cannot function. So I have been working really hard, double time, trying to finish the items that I had started prior to me getting brain fog. All right. So I did, and it is uploaded. And like I said, it says 52 rounds, but it's actually 42 rounds. So this is the Anchor Hitch cowl, and it has 4 anchors all the way around. See if I can get it to where you can see. And I will also insert a picture. So it is the Anchor Hitch cowl. It is all knit and purl. There is no color work for this pattern. You can do color work. The only thing you would have to do is use your second color on the purl stitches. That's it. That's all you would have to do to create a two-tone pattern. So this is going to be available next week. So that's why I'm showing you. It is done. I finished it before I got sick. I started the tutorial for the pattern before I got sick. Yeah, I made it to round 12 and it sat for a week because I couldn't do it. I tried. I couldn't do it. I ended up deleting the ones that I tried. But I started to play Yarn Chicken, so I cut it off and did not finish the ribbing and the last knit rounds. But I explained how to do it and all that good stuff. But this was my test. I say test. This was my tutorial sample. My tutorial sample for the cowl. So this is my new pattern, and this is for my knitters. Yay! New pattern for the knitters. I mean, we just did a month of a crochet along, so come on, guys. Don't be too mean, you crocheters out there. Us knitters need something too. So, all right, that's the knitted. I know I do knitting tutorials a lot. I'm sorry. I try to keep a good rotation of knitting and crocheting and Tunisian crochet and tatting, and I try to keep things rotated, but it doesn't always happen, and I'm sorry. The next thing that I worked on, so we talked about, I do have some samples that are swatches that are going to be in the background and potentially out next week, depending on how far I get over the weekend on my crochet pattern. I got quite a bit to do on it, and I probably have half the amount of the pattern to record. So, yeah. But on my locking filet crochet pattern that I'm working on, which is a Lisa Conley pattern, Larry the Lizard, he is so cute. I can't wait to get into the lizard part. Right now I'm just seeing lizard piggy toes. If you don't know what locking filet crochet is, I invite you to explore locking filet crochet. It is so much fun. It is not hard to do. That is one of Lisa Conley patterns. There, that big eyeball, and there's actually a mouth, but you can't, it's hard to see. Yeah, you can't see it with that in the way. I actually, in some of my early podcasts, my backdrop was a queen size Afghan that was locking filet crochet. These are smaller. In fact, both of these two behind me are toddler size. That one up there and that one there. They're toddler size. The one that I'm working on now is stadium throw size. So let me go ahead and show you. So with locking filet crochet, it automatically, people think it's mosaic. It's not. You're essentially working two filet patterns, two filet Afghans together. And by interlocking them in different areas, you create a pattern. So you have a main color and an alternate color. And you see how there's the dark brown and then the light brown. So locking them together, locking filet, because the type of pattern you're working is a filet pattern. And it's crochet. That one's pretty obvious. All right. So we're still into the cactuses. There. And there. And then we got lizard piggy toes right here. And then more cactuses. I cannot wait to get more into the lizard. I am so excited. So excited. I absolutely love her patterns, and they're always a blast for me to work on. I like watching the pattern start revealing itself, you know, the design within the pattern to reveal itself. It's always, always fun. So that is one thing that I'm working on currently. It actually is a request, an order for this particular one. Let's see. This week I did spin on my Thursday night live. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will find me here spinning yarn. This week I spun up a bobbin of November Sage, which is showstopper acrylic mixture from Hobby Lobby. And I did that on my nano spinning wheel. I did that because I already have a bunch of spinning that I have already finished. I Love to Crochet Tank won the spinny wheelie thing for the crochet along. All of the ones that had sent pictures in of their finished projects, their finished cowl, got put on the wheel, and the wheel was spun, and Tank I Love to Crochet won. It was a surprise giveaway. Nobody that was doing the crochet along knew about it. In fact, Tank offered to donate stitch markers as a giveaway at the end, and I said, no ma'am. I said, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. And left it at that. She had no idea. So nobody knew, not even Bailey. Nobody knew what was going to happen. So what I did was I ordered the fiber and got it in and had it sitting off to the side, ready to spin up into 2 hanks. Once it picked her name and she seen that it was her name. She was supposed to message me or email me, whatever, let me know that she seen that she won. She did so, and we discussed, and she is going to have as a winner 2 hanks of hand spun by me, hand dyed, hand painted really by me yarn, and it will be sent to her as soon as it's done. Now I'm going to insert a picture of the 2 hanks spun prior to going in for their soak and getting dyed. Now this weekend I will be dyeing them, to dye them in the colorway that we are dyeing them. It has to be done in 2 parts. So I have to dye, let it dry, and then dye the second half. So it takes a little bit of time for, you know yourself. You get yarn wet and letting it air dry takes forever. No matter how much you wring it out, it still takes forever. But I've got to go through a 2-step process of dyeing. And then it will get shown off and mailed to her. So maybe next Saturday, you'll see what they look like before I sent them to her. Also, let's see. I think that, the weaving. I have started the weaving. If you've been here, at least from last week, you know that I started some weaving demonstration videos because I needed to do some placemats for my table, so I brought you along. Still working on that. There will be more videos to come, and in real-time speed, not sped up, because I'll actually be working through the pattern, and I want you to see what is happening within the heddles as I'm using them. At any rate, I want to tell everybody to be blessed, be a blessing. And that is it for me. But I am so excited to share some of your work this week. Yes, even though I was a bad human and forgot to put in the Facebook group on Thursday, hey, post your pictures here if you want me to share them Saturday. You guys were kind enough to still share your pictures and still email me pictures and say, hey, this is what I've worked on. I want you to feel like you can share anything that you're working on. We have knitting and crocheting and painting. There's been diamond art. There's all kinds of different things. Sewing. Do you make project bags? Do you hem dresses? I do a lot of sewing myself, occasionally when I've got to. I try not to anymore. So it, whatever you're involved in doing, jewelry making, beadwork, scrapbooking, things like that, please share with us. I am open to all of the crafts. This is a community, not just as far as my community on Facebook, is not just focused strictly on yarn. I want everybody to feel welcomed, whether it is your first time doing something or you've been doing it for years. It does not matter. We are all here to learn and enjoy life together, and experience things together. So please feel free to share, ask questions, and if one of us don't have an answer, somebody else will. If you do not have Facebook, you are welcome to email them to me. Some links may not open, so be cautious of that. If it's not a downloadable link that I can open on my phone or my computer, I may email you back and say, hey, I can't open this zip file for whatever reason. So even though you sent it to me, just make sure that I didn't email you back and say, hey, I can't open it, because that has happened. It's not often, but it does occasionally happen. And of course, if I missed your picture, it is completely and totally by accident. Again, I'm only human, like everybody else. We make mistakes, and here lately, it seems like I'm doing it often. But at any rate, I'm going to get all of those pictures together, put your information with all of your pictures, and build a slideshow to add to the end of this video. And I hope that each and every one of you stick around and enjoy it, or enjoy something in this video. So, all right, everybody, I will see you in the next one. Enjoy this upcoming slideshow, and bye for now.